Today we're going to Gator Hole Spring. Gator Hole Spring is located just across from the public boat ramp at Merritts Mill Pond, just east of Mariana in the panhandle of Florida. We've actually been here before. Gator Hole is really interesting because you can canoe up to the entrance of this slit opening in a limestone wall, get out of your canoe, and then snorkel back into this cave about 100 feet. That was really cool and really fun. We'd heard that there'd been a drawdown of the pond, and you could actually go and canoe back into the cave and then get out and walk around in it. And we'd seen some pictures of it, and it looked amazing, so we had to go. On our way there, I asked Guy, is it going to be muddy then, trying to get into the water? He told me he didn't know, but he thought probably so. Well, we don't exactly have video footage of it, but when we went down to check the conditions, let's just say one of us, I won't say who, one of us went down in the mud down to knee level and was quite stuck. I'm not sure how one of us got out, but it was deep and a little scary. And then, fortunately, we found some boards that were placed that you couldn't see because they were under the mud, but it made it a little bit safer to go out there. The only problem was we had to carry canoes out there, and if you're sinking down to your knees, not carrying something, then how the heck was I going to make it? How were we going to make it out there carrying a canoe too? So the best solution to this was just to have Guy pull the canoe. Yes, thanks.
I'm not going to be able to see the boards. Okay, I don't know where my next step is.
Did I mention it was slippery?
Ah, sorry. It was a root. It's a root. All right. I'm ready.
Did I mention that there were hidden roots that you could trip on? The pond is about 4¼ miles long and is formed by a dam that has been drawn down from its current location 7 times. So the water level is down about 6 feet from how high it usually is. The drawdown started September 28, 2020 and was supposed to last 2 months. We went in the first week in December. We decided to take our canoe because Guy had to carry his tripod and underwater camera, strobes and flashlights, and we decided to drag the kayak behind us to use as a prop inside the cave. Here's a picture from our 2012 visit to Gator Hole. You can see how there's no way a canoe could fit back into this opening. We decided that once we got to the cave, the best plan was to put all the gear in the kayak and then walk the kayak into the cave. This was a little bit trickier than I expected. The cave entrance was also filled with mud, and walking along in the muck and water that you didn't know quite how deep it was a little terrifying, and I was glad I made it alive.
I'm sinking. Oh, I gained water in my wetsuit.
Did I mention the water was cold too? After a short distance of wading through the water, we were able to pull out the kayak and get onto more solid ground. From there, you were able to get out of the water and stand mostly upright and explore the inner passages of the cave. The cave did not disappoint. It had such beautiful sculpted shapes. It was so pretty. Guy used a tripod, which was critical for the long exposures. He used his underwater housing for his camera just to make sure the camera didn't get damaged by water in the cave. When Guy took the long exposures, sometimes my job was to hold a flashlight in a particular location to get the effect he wanted. Other times when Guy took long exposures, my job was to take two flashlights and shine them around in a wide sweeping motion to try to limit as much as possible shadows.
Here, you want me to try I can shot it going up and down.
Just think where we are right now. Few people have seen. That's not something to be taken lightly. I mean, we should be underwater right now. 6 feet underwater. Only 7 times has the pond been drawn down to this level so that you can get around in this cave. It just seems like a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I love this particular side passage. I love how the walls look like a rib cage, kind of like from the movie Alien. It just looks so cool to me. Guy decided at the head spring that he could place an underwater strobe in the water so that the light from the strobe would illuminate the water from down below to give it a magical effect. I thought the effect was amazing. You know, sometimes when you're on a photography trip, You can see the pictures on the back of the camera, and you know that they're likely spectacular. We had that feeling as we left the cave. Could not wait to get back to a computer to see the images on a big screen, because we had this feeling that they were going to be unbelievable. And you know what? They are.
Oh, it's deeper on this side than that side.
Gee, did I mention it was kind of deep? When we left Gator Hole, we decided to paddle around the area and see the oddly exposed cypress tree trunks that were bleached being in the water. It was really interesting and beautiful. Okay, who am I kidding? I'm sure part of the reason we decided to paddle around a little bit is because we were just kind of procrastinating a little bit the whole drudgery of getting the canoe and the kayak out of the mud and back into our vehicle. I am so glad we were able to get these photos, to be able to experience it for ourselves, but also to be able to share the beauty of this spring for others to see who might not be able to make it into the short window of time when the pond is drawn down. Now let's get some big paddling. Oh, my battery's low.